Hello everyone. Hello everyone. Hello everyone. Welcome back to Real One, uh, Real Talks One podcast. Today we have joined to discuss about some of the developments that we have seen in the space of AI, and especially how big tech is handling that, what holds up in the future, and what's the current state of affairs. So you might have already heard that. First of all, Perplexity came out with their Comet browser. It's a generative AI agentic browser that allows you to natively search, basically because Perplexity has built like a vector search engine, one of the first ones in the market, and now they come out with the browser as well with agentic capabilities, where every time the context of a person would all intent and the context of the person will be available, and you can basically do search on the browsers. Uh, it is still early days. It is very hard to tell as to how it compares with the Google search or not. But it is apparently clear that now the war has shifted onto the browsers, which seems like the next bet. Apparently, just the search engine by itself was not creating any kind of benefits as such. Google search still maintains its dominance. In fact, it has only grown stronger in the past few quarters, even after Perplexity came into being. So, Google search as such has not been threatened as was being imagined earlier, and I also talked about this in my earlier podcast, where I did try to explain search with respect to vector databases and how vector searches are different from keyboard based search. Recently, OpenAI also launched their Atlas browser. Again, this Atlas browser is AI native web browser, and we'll also, again, it's too early as of now, kind of like uh, Perplexity Comet as well as OpenAI's Atlas. Both are agentic browsers, and it's very early to say as to what is the key difference between the two. Um, but one thing is for sure, since Chrome from Google is de facto browser standard in across the world, it still dominates with almost 60% market share. I think we'll soon see that even Chrome will have embedded agents inbuilt, as we saw that even Google's search also have generative AI capabilities. So uh, again, Google is late to the market here. Perplexity and OpenAI took the cake here. One thing we need to understand is that in technology sectors, it is not the pioneers or the people who bring new technologies to the market first who basically really capture the market, but it is the people who have the dominance, who have the money, willpower, and scale. They are the ones who basically win the market. So it's still early days. While ChatGPT is still the biggest go-to place for any kind of generative AI concerns for people. It is also one of the first. Actually, it is the first application, a chat application leveraging LLMs, and by far it is the biggest one till date today. Not many other applications have come up, but nobody matches ChatGPT. Similarly, Perplexity is by far the biggest vertical vector-based search engine, but as I said, they have not been able to topple Google as such. Now the race has shifted to browsers, and nobody would have even imagined that could be a level playing field. Earlier, the focus was search; that search will be the level playing field. Even Chat GPT was being compared with search. Perplexity was being compared with search. Google search, what I mean to say. Now the game has shifted to browser areas. So as soon as when the Atlas came to the scene, Google shares dropped, stock market. Immediately a dip happened, which signaled that there are concerns that people think that it will eat up the share of Chrome. But my thinking is that it is short-term blip, and Google Chrome will, even if it is late, they will also come out with the agentic features within the Chrome browser itself. So just wait and watch. I think maybe before the turn of this year itself, Google may make announcements around new capabilities in the Chrome browser itself. Then next, I think to circumvent the drop that we saw in the price of Google stock, immediately there was another news that Google has unveiled this quantum chip, which is verifiable. Again, it is too early to say exactly what verification is possible, or is it still being able to be like general purpose, but time will tell exactly how it plays out. But the moment that announcement happened, immediately the stock took a upward trend, and any kind of losses that happened due to the launch of competing browsers was more than recovered from the positive news that a quantum verifiable chip is now available. I think this market is going to get hot. Earlier, the competition was seeming to be in the search space. Now it has already shifted to the browser space. So I think this helps push the boundaries of innovation, and you don't know what the new playing grounds are. So it will be interesting to see how next year kind of plays out, and maybe even Microsoft offers a new browser with agentic capabilities, or maybe having an agentic browser becomes the default standard actually, which will be beneficial for all the customers, all the consumers that we are there. Aki Code says Happy Diwali. Belated Happy Diwali to you, Aki Codes, as well. What I wanted to basically share today is that uh, the AI market is shifting actually. So if you look at Meta, uh, we talked about this multiple times that they are hiring people with hundreds of millions of dollars salary. These are very specialized AI scientists. In fact, they went ahead and basically acquired scaled AI company, and they brought in the CEO Wang actually at $1 billion plus basically compensation, and or as it is, Meta already has Lee Kun, who has been one of the AI leaders in Meta, who gives a lot of broadcast and thought leader around the world. Now, as Wang shapes up the artificial superintelligence unit, it has been brought to notice that he has laid off like 600 people in the AI team. So this is huge. I mean, 600 by itself for a company of the size of Meta is not very big, because they have done much bigger layoffs of thousands of people earlier. But targeted AI layoff within the artificial intelligence unit is a big deal, because by itself artificial intelligence may not have that many people. Actually, it may have a few thousand people. So from that perspective, 600 number is pretty huge. I think it would be easily 5 to 10% of the overall strength in the artificial intelligence unit. I'll not be surprised if it is even 15 to 20% of that AI unit that they have. So just couple of months back, these very people were being poached by Meta. They were being given millions of dollars of salary, but apparently now they will be finding it hard to like get jobs because they are being laid off. Uh, there was also a question about like AI arms race where talent was being posed by different big tech players. But once you have that many bulk of people available in the market, especially during the time of holidays, see, I already mentioned it multiple times earlier that Q4 is a time when the winter set in, people are in the festive mood. Um you have Thanksgiving, you have Halloween on 30th of October, then you will have Thanksgiving, then you will have uh, Christmas, and then New Year's Eve. So there is one after the other. There will be a lot of festivals, but this is the same time when companies do a lot of restructuring and let go of many people. And I just predicted this just in my, I think, couple of days ago in my podcast where I talking about uh, a lot of companies will basically be firing people. Meta already started this, and you will soon see follow up from Amazon, Microsoft, Google, and other players as well. None of these guys will also stop. So I think at one place Meta is still hiring people. At other place they are restructuring these folks. Um, so it's a kind of a mixed game going on right now. But as I said, Overall, AI market is still ripe and hot, but these kind of blips that come in between can change the narrative, as we know. So we all have to like figure out exactly how, in the big scheme of things, all these things actually fit. Apparently, Meta had a very good lead a couple of years ago when they launched their Llama LLM model. But off late, especially in this year and all, apparently it seems Meta is losing its kind of game in the generative AI field. And Google seems to be dominating it. OpenAI is still kind of dominating it. Even Perplexity has created some kind of stir in the market, but and Azure and AWS are kind of doing okay with Anthropologic and OpenAI, partnership that Azure has. Uh, but Meta somewhere is kind of struggling in losing its rigor, right? So maybe this acquisition of Scale AI and building this new unit under Wang, and he coming in and like shaking up the existing set of people. Maybe it is for something that is yet to come. Maybe for some strategic vision. It could also be true that maybe they are trying to can Leakan, who is the chief, I think, data scientist or chief AI officer at Meta, and apparently uh, uh, you know Zuckerberg might have wanted to create a like a tension between Wang and Leakan. While Leakan is a seasoned veteran in AI, have multiple papers and whatnot. Wang is like a 28-year-old kind of young entrepreneur who built a like $1 billion company and now works for Meta. So I think it is an interesting time whether you will see whether like a young talented entrepreneur is going to lead the race for AI, or a veteran seasoned researcher like Leakan is going to lead the race. So there will be some kind of politics and dynamics between the two, who will run the next wave of innovation at Meta, what will be the course of AI it is going to take. So that's what is, I think, happening right now. And it seems like Wang, since he's new, seems to be getting his way, and he's trying out like how things are moving around and things like that. But again, in the US, one thing is very common. Today you are awesome, and tomorrow you can be awful. Things change very rapidly in the US, in companies, especially in corporates, because these are big ticket items. A lot of money is at stake. Prestige, power, as well as money has to be made, right? So this may not be final. There may be other kind of layoffs. This may not be final structure of the organization. There may be other restructures as well. So AI space is very, very interesting, especially within Meta as well as overall AI market as such. So please stay tuned as and when I know about how the competition is happening between AI, where the new frontier of fight is, etc. I'll be sharing with all of you. Hopefully, you all have good holidays. I think this week would be a post Diwali week, and still the festivities like Bhaiya Dooj and other kind of things are still happening. So people will be taking it easy, and possibly people will be back to their work and all from next week onward. That's what my thinking is. But please bear with me. There is too much of pollution right now at site. Even I am having throat infection at the moment. My nose is also blocked. But I wish you all a very, very happy Diwali and festivities. I hope you spend time with your friends and family, and we'll get back to you with another podcast quite soon. If you had liked this, please like, share, and subscribe. It goes without saying that you probably already do that. If you do that, again, once again, thank you from bottom of my heart. If you don't do it, that's fine too. Please consider suggesting any other topics you would like for me to cover. Till then, take care. Have a nice day.